Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome to Land Say Go. This is Debo, coming at you again. We've got some pretty fun stuff for us to be doing today. We're going to be playing some community submissions tonight, and we'll break into some ranked, and then we can also try some traditional play. Hopefully we'll have some fun stuff to play. We've got Jacob Collins. He submitted a Jund reanimation list. We'll take a look at that today. And we also have Dr. Manatee's Elemental March list that we can be playing as well. We'll be trying both these out. This is another deck submission that I haven't quite completed inputting yet. We can also try that one out as well. Hopefully you guys will have some good time with this, and if you have a deck submission that you'd like us to try out on stream, you can go ahead and send it to us via our website. There are submission panels at the bottom of each page. You can also go to the deck text section, and you can submit it there. You could also just email us. I believe it's like admins@landsaygo.com, something like that, and that'll send it to us. And we'd be happy to put them in here and test them out on stream. Hopefully everyone's doing well tonight. I look forward to playing this stuff with you guys. And let's go ahead and break down the first one we're going to be trying out. So this one was actually pretty interesting. I think there's a lot of power in this deck. I'm excited to give it a try. We've got 4 Citrus Supplier to start out. So Citrus Supplier is a 1-drop. It's a 1/1. When it enters the battlefield or when it dies, you put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. We are also running Glowspore Shaman, a 3/1 for 2. When it enters the battlefield, put the top 3 cards of your library into the battlefield. And then you may put a land card from your graveyard on top of your library. So if you're missing on lands because you're milling them so much, you can put them on top of your library. So that way, at least you know that you can draw one the next turn. We're going to be running 4 Rotting Regisaur. Not only is it a good reanimation target itself, it is a way for us to pitch some of our ones if we happen to get them into our hand that we need to get to the graveyard. It's a good way for us to get a free discard outlet for it. Plus, it's a 7/6 for 3 mana, so that's something. That's pretty good. We're going to be running 2 Embodiment of Agonies. This is one that I've tested out myself, and it can be good. But it is a little hit or miss. It could be a giant 11/11 flying Death Toucher, or a 12/12, or a 15/15, or a 20/20. But the thing about it is that if your graveyard gets nuked, it's basically a dead card in your hand. So you have to be able to have things in your graveyard for it to have value for you. But again, it's a good late game reanimation target for us. It could also just be a good, 2/2 flying Death Touch for 3 for us in case we need it. We're also going to be running 3 Bedevil. For 3 mana, we get a destroy target artifact, creature, or planeswalker, and that could be really good for us. We're going to be running 2 Blood for Bones. Being able to sacrifice our Glowspore Shamans or Citrus Supplier, or sacrificing the Rotting Regisaur to then get back one of our big things that are in the graveyard, get the Rotting Regisaur back into our hand. There's a bunch of different things we can do with that. We're going to be running 2 of those because you do need the additional cost of having the creature on the battlefield in order to sacrifice it. I can see why we're running only 2. We're also going to be running 4 Bond of Revival. We are going to be pitching a bunch of stuff to the graveyard, so having a way for us to have 6 different ways to reanimate things, that's definitely going to be good for us. We will also be running 4 Tormenting Voice, another way for us to pitch one of those larger bombs. If we happen to draw them into our hands, we can get them to the graveyard that way. Yeah, Jacob, welcome to the stream, man. I'm running your Reanimator deck list first, so I appreciate you submitting it to us, man. And thanks for the follow. We definitely appreciate that. I heard the sound effect go off before the stream. It kind of blew out my eardrums. I didn't realize I had my volume up so loud. But welcome to the stream, man. I'm glad you're here. We're going to be running 2 Discovery Dispersals. It's mainly for the Discovery side. We don't have any blue in this mana base, so instead it's just going to be there for the black mana. So we're not really going to be using the Dispersal side any. But it's just a good way for us to pitch things to the graveyard, as well as filtering, drawing to our hand. A single copy of Demon Lord Belzenlok that can draw us a couple of cards. It's also a 6/6 flying trampler, pretty good for us. We have 2 Rakdos, the Showstoppers, a good way to just wipe the board for us. It's going to be really good. We're going to be running 3 Drakuseth Maw of Flames. This card is a beast. If you haven't checked out our one of our latest streams, we posted it this morning and yesterday. There is an Omniscience draft that we did, and I think it was the first one we did, and we had Drakuseth as our first pack 1 pick 1, and there were some pretty cool games with that card. We're also going to be running a single copy of Vilos as well. It's going to be really great. Mana base, there's no basics. That's the only thing that I'm a little hesitant about with the list. If someone were to, blow up one of our duels with a Field of Ruin, we'd basically be in strip mine mode, and we wouldn't have any way to getting it back, like getting back and play there. So that's the only thing I'm a little bit concerned about for the mana base, but we can try it out the way it is. The Embodiment of Agonies, we're going to be running 2 more copies in the sideboard. Again, it's a good card. It's great for us to bring down early aggro against early aggro. Speaking of early aggro, we have 3 Golden Demise. We don't necessarily want to be exiling our things with Cry of Carnarium, so having Golden Demise getting into the graveyard is all good for us. We will also be running 3 Ritual of Soot. It doesn't blow up our big things, but it does blow up all of our opponent's small things, so just controlling the board that way. 2 Vraska's Contempts for against the Planeswalkers. It's also great against some of the more difficult to deal with creatures. Gains us a couple of life. 1 Thought Distortion. This is an interesting one. Also, if you haven't checked out last night's stream, there's another scene within that when we got turn 1 Thought Distortion, so that was great. But yeah, this card is pretty interesting. It's pretty good against like control matchups. We can bring it in and it just hoses their hand, hoses their graveyard. I'm interested in giving it a try. A single Rakdos, the Showstopper, and the sideboard as well to kind of bolster that up in the field here, and then 3 Pelakka Wurm against JB. He did give us a follow. I mean, give us another follow if you want. The new graphic looks pretty sweet. And then we also are running 3. How about this, Jacob? Unfollow us and then refollow us so you can see the graphic. it's a pretty cool graphic. I'd love to see it on the stream at least once. And then we've got 3 Pelakka Wurm for against burn. Also just a good stabilizing card against some mid-range lists. So that's what we got. Some of the things that we may want to consider before we even play it. You may want to consider running a couple of the green Cavaliers or the black Cavaliers. The black one could be really good to sacrifice like your Citrus Supplier to destroy one of their creatures. Plus it has lifelink, keeps you in the game a little bit longer. The green one can help you recur some things back from the graveyard and putting it back into your hand. Those are just a couple of options before we start that you may want to consider for sideboard in the future. But let's go ahead and just give it a try, see how we do. I do also just want to see... Okay, so they went back to Core Set 2020 for the Omniscience draft. If that was a different set, I'd be more inclined to give it a try. But okay, let's go ahead and go to play. And we'll do Traditional Ranked. And we'll pull up Jacob's Jund Reanimator list. And I appreciate you, coming into the stream here, man, before you have to go to work. We understand you can't stay the whole time, but just so you know, we do stream every single 5 days a week. Not every single day, 5 days a week, Saturday through Wednesday. So hopefully you can catch us around that time. All right, and Jacob, if you think I'm making the wrong play or something like that, let me know in the comments, so that way we can do better about it. We're gonna have to mull this. Only 1 land. It's a slow land at that. Still only 1 land. It's a slow land. One more time. Sweet. We'll keep these. I'm tempted to keep like all the lands. I'm not going to, but I'm tempted to. I think we could do... So we need the red. We need the black. So we could like pitch one Overgrown Tomb. And I don't know, maybe Rakdos. That's probably what we'll pitch. So we can either, okay, well that's good too. That gives us a red on turn 2. So we'll go ahead and start with the Scry land here. We'll keep Glowspore Shaman. Gives us a turn 2 play other than Tormenting Voice. We can, we'll have some pretty good options here for sure. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get this down. We'll pay the 2 life, Glowspore Shaman, mill 3. I don't know if we need, I don't think we need the other land at the moment, so we'll just leave it there. I'd rather have a little bit more action. I mean, we've got Elvish Rejuvenator, yep. I mean, we've already got 4 lands in hand, we're bound to draw more. Now, the other option we could have done is drawn the land in order to, you know, have an extra thing to discard to the Regisaur. So here we can, I'm thinking just like Citrus Supplier and then Tormenting Voice, draw a couple of cards. I may do Tormenting Voice first, pitch Stomping Ground, draw a couple. Go ahead and move to combat. He's gonna trade. We'll go ahead and Tormenting Voice. Let's discard Stomping Ground. Draw 2. Another Glowspore Shaman. Go ahead and get down Citrus Supplier. Ooh, milled 2 Citrus Suppliers. What are we at now? We have 2 in the graveyard. Okay. Get down our lands. Let's go ahead and attack. Yep. See what we mill. Oh, nope, not gonna let it do it. Alright, sweet. Alright, so we can get down Rotting Regisaur and like start discarding like Demon Lord Belzenlok. We could also get down like Glowspore Shaman, get another land. Might be a good one too. Like we could just try to cast Demon Lord Belzenlok. It's only 2 lands away. Like what are we at? 9 cards in the graveyard. Let's just keep milling ourselves. All right. We will go ahead and put Temple on top. We can draw that, play it, get down Rotting Regisaur. We can see what we scry into the next turn. Oh man, all the Rejuvenators for our opponent. Yep. Alright, so we're running against Field of the Dead. That's another thing that we don't have an answer to in this list, other than Golden Demise. And if they happen to get down into Fairy, Golden Demise is not going to be very good for us. So we may want to consider something like Flame Sweep, which is instant speed, 2 damage to everything. Alright, so there's our Temple. Let's go ahead and drop that. Yeah, we'll actually keep that on top. That gives us a way to win this game by just swinging in with a huge creature. So let's go ahead and get down Rotting Regisaur. And no attacks for now. Stave off some of this. I mean, they're just gonna be able to block into everything, you know. Yep. Okay, so block like that. Does he have a 4 damage spell? Alright, well, we did draw the land that we would have liked to have had. Oh no! Oh shoot, I shouldn't have blocked with the... Oh, oversight. I'm like, wait, why didn't I get the Embodiment of Agnes? Well, that's because I blocked. I shouldn't have blocked. Oops. Oh, whoopsie. So this is going to be 2, 4, 6, 7 damage coming across. Yeah, that was a misplay on my part for sure. I'm just getting warmed up. We're not gonna attack. I'm just getting warmed up, so we may not do so great in the first couple of ones. Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah. That's some spicy tech. Another one to consider for your sideboard would be something like Alpine Moon. Alright, what's he blow up? But yeah, like Alpine Moon, we could name Field of the Dead, and then it doesn't get its abilities. May strongly consider that. You may also want to consider running Blood Moon. Or not Blood Moon, Blood Sun. That's another way to stop Field of the Dead with red. Alright, hit our land, so we still have a creature at least. Drew into another land. Jeez, I mean, they're just gonna keep... This isn't good. So, we'll pass. We need a Rakdos. If we can get a Rakdos, we can survive this. No decks. When this was built, Field of the Dead wasn't relevant. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it wasn't until like mid into the season that it became relevant. So... Down to 1. Alright, we need a Rakdos. And then it needs to blow up everything. Oh man, 2 Field of the Dead. That's rough. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, well. I guess we could swing in. It's not going to kill it. Let's see, it's like a lightning strike or something like that. Let's just do it now. Submit 1. And what we need is Rakdos. Did we not mill one? I thought we milled one. Oh, I guess we didn't. Okay, well. Sweet. I guess we just milled the Demon Lord. I thought we milled the Rakdos. Okay. Well, in our sideboard, we can add in just all of the removal here. We've got Ritual Soot, Golden Demise. Embodiment of Agnes could be good because it just gets over all of the flyers. Or, I mean, all of the ground stuff. You got another fun submission headed our way in a couple of days. Sweet, dude. I'd love to see it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and bring in Rakdos. We'll take out Demon Lord. Bring in a couple of rituals. Maybe go down like a Registrar. And maybe just bring in all the embodiments and take out like a Tormenting Voice. Maybe a Villas. Try it like that. Because all of those seem good. Yeah, we'll try it like that. I think this will be okay. I guess we do want some Golden Demise. We didn't add any of those in there. We can take out the Devils. They aren't going to be all that great. We can bring in all of the Golden Demises. Sweet. Yeah, let's try it like that. Also, we did mull down to 5. So... there is that. Apparently, Jacob, you'll find out, Arena doesn't like Jeremy or I at all. So we've had a lot of instances where it's just like, we will play first, where it's like this, and we're forced to mulligan. All right, this is better. We'll keep this. I do like that we have reanimation already, but it's 5 mana, so I'm inclined to just maybe keep these and pitch that, and hopefully we can see. Hopefully we'll see another one in the future. We'll go ahead and start. Well, let's just start the mill plan going. We'll find a time to do the temple at some point. Alright, so we hit one of our big things. We'll eventually find a good thing to put in there. Alright, we found another big thing. We'll go ahead and Overgrown Tomb. Pay the 2 life. We'll Discovery Dispersal here. Alright, Golden Demise is good. I think we'll keep that. We want the untapped land first. I guess it doesn't matter. We are going to want that. It's one of our board wipes, one of our sideboard pieces. All attack. So hopefully they don't kill the Stitcher Supplier and then mill the Golden Demise, which they may. They may do that. Alright, great. That didn't happen. So let's go ahead and get down Stomping Grounds. We'll pay the 2 life. It should be pretty big now. Only a 3/3? Okay. Well, it could have been bigger, but oh well. And at least it'll survive Golden Demise. I could have sworn it would have been a little bit bigger. We got 1, 2. It should have been 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should have been a 4/4. I don't understand. Oh, among non-land cards in your graveyard. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. We can do Temple now. Well, if we play this, we then run the risk of discarding Golden Demise. It is a 7/6 beater. What do you guys think? Should we mill this, or should we... I mean, I think we should just keep trying to go towards the Rakdos here. I think we're going to bin it for now. Go ahead and attack. In the turn. I don't want to accidentally get rid of the Golden Demise. We do have a semi-board wipe in our hand. It's also a 6/6 flyer. Looks like they're building things up the hard way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and enters tapped. So now we have Rakdos as well. So this is pretty good. So we'll see if they have a Field of the Dead, and we'll see what happens. Yep. Alright, so there's Field of the Dead. There's also a Ritual. So I guess we just play Rakdos. Yeah. Nothing. Alright, well, I'll attack. Sure. Milled 2 reanimation spells. Awesome. You may want to consider going with blue in this deck to get like Mirari's. Oh, that sucks. I'm assuming he's going to sack. Yeah. And draw 2 cards. Liliana's a problem. We didn't see that game 1. He must have brought it in. So we have no real answers for that. Unfortunately. I mean, we luckily can keep the board clear. But yeah, we have no real answers to Liliana. We didn't bring any Vraska's Contempt. We took out all of our Bedevils. Golos. Probably to get another Field of the Dead. You can Field of the Dead and then do... Alright, there we go. I'm like, why didn't that trigger? Maybe had a 3 mana... We could maybe just mill him out. He gets a bunch of creatures, and we just force him to draw all of his cards. I mean, that's a possibility. So that's what, 5? He would draw 5 cards. Could be funny. Alright guys, we're on the mill plan. We're on the mill plan. Not the self-mill plan. Decline. We do not need any more lands. Gonna kill it right away? Sure. So 35 cards. We gotta mill him for a ton. Alright, he's got... I mean, he's making 3 zombies every time he plays a land. He's gonna have a bunch of ramp in his hand. Sure. Come on, you know you want to ramp. Oh, that sucks for him. I guess he could cast Liliana. Makes 2/2. So Golos is pretty cool in this deck. Alright, Bana Revival's good. That means we get to... He's not holding up Negate. He may have like Bedevil or something like that, but we can get... blow up a bunch of his creatures, kill Liliana. If I can attack. I'll attack. Here. 1 attacker. Let's go ahead and do 4 to the face, 3 and 3. We'll go like that. So puts him down to 12, kills his Liliana. He already lost his other Liliana. He may draw into removal here though. Does he have a Bedevil? Looks like he may. Nope. Alright, Liliana's gone. So now we get to just keep his board kind of clear with Drakuseth unless he has an answer to it. So that could be really good for us. Hopefully it stays that way. I would very much like... Never mind. Hey, Death Sprout. I'm glad somebody's playing that. He's going to make a bunch of 3 more zombies. I mean, the other thing too is he could just eventually run out of lands. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It was in exile. He's probably running, what, 24? If we just keep drawing nothing but removal, like board wipes, then we could be good. So, like, there's another land there. So 16 lands gone. He's going to lose Bedazzle. And I guess he could blow up one of our lands. Casualties of Floor, blow up another one of our lands. Sure. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. So we'll have 5 mana available. You gonna cast your casualties, sir, to blow up one more land? Yep. You sure will. Gonna swing in for 4. And 7. Swing in for 7. Down to 2. Well, we need something good. We need a blocker. Well, we found a blocker, but we don't have enough mana to cast it. So that's gonna be GG. Blowing up 2 of our lands is the crux of it there. Well, we tried. We may want to consider just switching up the sideboard a little bit. I was just gonna... Come on, dude. Have some class. Just swing out. Thank you. Yeah. No blocks. There we go. It's okay, man. I mean, let's go ahead and switch up the sideboard real quick, because that deck is really prevalent right now, and it'd be really good to have a sideboard option for it. Let's go ahead and just switch that up real quick. So let's go to Jund Reanimate here. Check out the sideboard. Like, we could drop the Rakdos. We could drop... Golden Demises are fine. Like here, let's drop... I got someone texting me here. Let me see. Sorry for the delay, folks. I do have a wife upstairs. I think we're fine. Okay. Nothing to worry about. Alright. So, I think we get rid of the other Rakdos. We can get rid of... Thought Distortion could be good against... I mean, it is 6 mana. Maybe we consider getting rid of that. Blockworm is fine. Well, here, let's just trim these down. And we go to 2 rituals. And then bring in... I'm thinking just the 1 mana one is fine. What was it? Alpine Moon. So we can do something like that. That gives us an answer to that deck. We have 3 of them in our sideboards. That way we'll hopefully draw into it and not have to worry about milling it by accident. And it still gives us other options as well, like Golden Demise, Ritual, Vraska's Contempt. We may want to consider running more of these. It's like we could drop like maybe another embodiment for a 3rd Vraska's Contempt. But we are also running Bedevil. That is true for getting rid of the Planeswalkers. I just had gotten rid of it, not anticipating Liliana, which I probably should have. We will save and exit those. We can go. We'll run it like this. Give it a try. Let's try traditional ranked again, and give it a go. When is Ferocidon legal? It actually might be legal now. That might be a good sideboard option as well against some like life gain decks and things like that. Good to see you, Royal with Cheese. Good to see you. Ferocidon could be a good one. That's actually a really good. That's actually, you know what? That's actually a really good option as well, because they go and they make a bunch of zombies and it just pings them like crazy. So I'm not opposed to running that in the sideboard. It still gives them a bunch of zombies though. But the Ferocidon does live past our Golden Demise, which could be really good. Hey, look, we actually have lands. Yeah, this is fine. We can keep this one. We'll probably do Blood Crypt, Stitcher Supplier into Temple, and then into Stomping Ground. Keep that. It's funny when you actually have lands how much it actually makes a difference. For once, our opponent has to actually mulligan. Oh, and a bond? Yes, please. Yeah. Oh my god, a keepable hand. I know, right? That's pretty much kind of how it feels with us. Oh, and we have a Villas in the graveyard? That could be good. Let's see what our opponent's doing. It might be like Simic Flash. Sultai? Might be another one of those decks that we were just playing. We will have all the mana to cast all of our stuff now. Let's go ahead and scry. Temple. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to have to start discarding things to Rotting Regisaur. Let's keep the land. Let's actually keep it on top. Because when we get Rotting Regisaur down next turn, we will have to start discarding things, and we do need 5 mana for Bond. And so we're probably going to be discarding our lands. Now we could just wait on the Rotting Regisaur. That's another option as well. Risen Reef, sure. So it looks like we're playing against Sultai Walkers with the Yarok or whatever it is. Let's go ahead and attack. I'm assuming our opponent's not going to block. Come on, opponent. You got this. You got this. Tell him to just go. There we go. Alright. I think we'll play the other Temple here. And scry. We can hold off on the Rotting Regisaur one more turn. Blood for Bones? Okay. That's a good one too. That can get us our Villas. Can also get us a Rakdos as well. Villas is really good here because we can actually use that to start killing his elementals. And Shalai, for that matter. So, yeah, let's actually go ahead and Blood for Bones. And grab our Sacrifice Creature. And grab our Villas. And see if anything else cool comes up, too. We could get like a Drakuseth. Oh my god, we got Drakuseth. Alright guys, Villas or Drakuseth? What's the right? Actually, let's do Villas, because we can always get Drakuseth with haste. And we will return a Stitcher Supplier. No, we're gonna do Villas because if he gets rid of something, rather him get rid of Villas. So you can bounce that. That's fine. We can always discard it with Rotting Regisaur. But here we can, next turn we can do a huge board wipe and just... Actually, it's not a huge board wipe because he has things that have hexproof. So let's go ahead and pay the 2 life. We'll go ahead and Bond Revival Drakuseth. And we will just attack our opponent. 1 attacker. 4 damage here. And then, I mean, submit 0. Yep. So now our opponent's down to 9. And we have them dead to Rights next turn if they can't deal with Drakuseth. Everything we've got is at sorcery speed anyway, so the instant speed stuff doesn't really matter to us. Got another, oh, no, that's a fairy. That's a little troublesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do have 7 mana, so we will be able to cast Drakuseth eventually. We've also got like Rakdos we can play next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's 8 for Villas. So now we just get to like go ham here. Come on, let's get the flip. God dang it. We are not having luck with that. So now our opponent's like, oh my god, all the bombs. Just so many bombs. Yep. Cavalier, yep. It's got hate, or it's got reach. He mills a bunch of things. Tyrant Scorn, good to know. Alright, so he had Mortify. Yep. Hopefully get another reanimation spell eventually here. Stomping Grounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, he's got to have another removal spell. I mean, we're just gonna start slamming bombs every turn. He's gotta have this, man. I mean, Tamiyo, yep. I guess you can get back Mortify with that. Gonna get back Shalai. Nope, Mortify. I mean, our opponent seems to have had all the answers. Now he's got a way to be able to bounce things. We need another, like, Bond of Revival. We did not find it. So now we may just have to, like, Citrus Supplier, Rotting Regisaur. Just milled 2 reanimation spells there. Yeah, I wish we had a better way of getting back spells from our graveyard. You may want to consider running like Tamiyo. Tamiyo could be a good thing to add in a list like this because she can get back those reanimation spells for us. So you may want to consider like going 4-color or splashing blue or figuring out a way of how to get blue or just make it Sultai. Oh, jeez. That's insane. Yeah. We get a little bit better after sideboard, but man. Yep. I guess we lose. Oh. He should have just bounced and swung. He would have won. I don't know why he didn't do that. Alright, well, let's Discovery, see what we can find. Let's go ahead and bend both of those. Oh no, Narset. Alright, yeah. I forgot about the can't draw cards thing. That's really annoying. Okay. So, this deck. Embodiment of Agonies could be good. Like, maybe we go down 2 Rotting Regisaurs for Embodiment. That's for the flyers. Passive Punked? Yeah. Vraska's Contempt? Absolutely. Plaka Worm? Not really. Vraska's Contempt is kind of our best thing. Ritual of Soot? Not really. I think that's just the way we want to go. We want the flying Death Touchers. Yeah, I think that's it. It's all the change you make. Hopefully the Vraska's Contempt help. Like I said, you may want to consider running 3 of those in your sideboard. Another good one to maybe consider is Sorcerer's Spyglass. We still have that for a little bit. We'll play first. Mole. That's not really any better at all. Other spell's a good idea too. Mulligan. Jesus, dude. I mean, do we go down to 4? Like... That's rough. Alright. Ben. We need one more. I guess Glowspore. It's not great. I don't like having to... Yeah. Of course, we just milled 2 of our lands. And we got rid of the Glowspore to give us a land, so... Sweet. Alright, there's a land. Drakuseth. We'd put it to the graveyard, or put it to the bottom. Discovery. Yeah, that's fine. We want Bond in our hand. And attack. So we can grab Glowspore. We can put a land back on top of our library. Hopefully draw into one more. Yeah, there's all of our lands. Let's see. View battlefield. We've got red, black, and like we have 1 red source. We have black and green. I guess we need like an overgrown tomb. Grab an overgrown tomb. Wait, is that not? Wait. Oh, there we go. I'm like, why doesn't it let me select? Alright. Put that back on top. And then we'll swing out. Hopefully he doesn't die. Maybe we don't swing out in case he has like a flash creature or whatever. We gonna wait, are we like alright. Now we'll attack. I guess it was in our opponent's court. Okay. Now we will pass. We'll have 4 lands. Looks like our opponent's kind of stuck on lands too. Hopefully we can get there before them. Alright, they're at 4. We'll have 4 next turn. It's making it a little bit more difficult for us to find it. Another option, maybe we should have taken the temple so that way we could have scryed. But yeah, one more land and then we can get back something eventually. Sweet. Hopefully, if we can get 2 more lands, we can get down Rakdos, and then hopefully kill this Cavalier. He may have been a bunch of lands. Oh, we got a Blood for Bones too. Alright, so this would be 1, 2. It'd be a 3/3 with... Alright, we can do that. Go ahead and sack this. We'll get back and bottom it. And then... I guess it'll just be a 2/2. Yeah, Glowspore Shaman. Oh, it ended up being a 4/4. Okay, now I'm really confused. Sure, we'll keep it. All attack. I actually want him to block because they could mill something really cool for us in the graveyard. Well, the reason why I didn't, so that way I can play Glowspore and get back a land in case I don't draw one. So I can play that and then get back a land. So that way I'd have 5 mana for the bond. That's the reason why I did not do the Stitcher Supplier. Oh man, Finale. That's pretty bad for us too. We gotta be careful about that. Yeah, see, like, here we can Tormenting Voice, discard Rakdos, and then, yeah. Glowspore. Let's go ahead and put Temple on top. That's fine. And then we'll Tormenting Voice. Discard Rakdos. Draw 2. Draw the Temple. God! Mother... Oh my god. I did that. It's the second time. It's the second time. Oh my gosh. It's so... I should just shame scoop. That's alright. We'll get it back. I don't think he has anything cool in his graveyard. He may just choose to leave it in there. I know it's got reach. Our thing is Death Touch. We can always get it back later. God. That Tormenting Voice. God. Oh my god. Narset. It's okay. We'll get it back. We can I guess get back Rakdos. Maybe blow up their big thing. Now, although I can give him Teferi back or a couple of Vraska's Contempts. Ooh, that's not good. I guess we probably should put in an untap land. We'll just go ahead and put that to the bottom now. No attacks. So I guess depending on what he... Yeah, we should have done an untap land. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You can make 3 1/1s or 3 2/2s. That's pretty bad. No blocks. Down to 5. Okay. Oh. I'm tempted just to kill that Narset first. It's so god dang annoying. So if we did like the Embodiment of Agonies, it'd be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Be a 6/6 flying Death Toucher. I guess we'll just do Rakdos. Yikes. I guess we won't do Rakdos. God, that... I can't believe I forgot that twice in a row. That was absolutely my bad. Unfortunately, we had Mulligan down to 4 in this game, but I definitely should not have gotten hit by that by twice in one game. We have 6 mana, so we can start playing our bombs. I don't know, we'll see. He's likely going to have answers. I mean, that doesn't help any. Alright, milled 3 lands. I think we'll decline that. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're at 6. So we'll eventually probably draw another land just in general. It did mill a huge pocket of lands though, cheapers. We still have like a Rakdos, we still have like Drakuseth at 7, we've got Villas at 8, we've got another Demon Lord Belzenlock at 6. Gigantic Crisis. Yep. Well, this could be going better. Yep. Now the good thing is that if we do play a Rakdos and he bounces it with Teferi, we can always replay it and get the effect again. Hopefully it doesn't kill our stuff. He's looking for another Cavalier. He's got Shalai in the graveyard now. Oh man, that sucks. Decline. Well, we still have a bunch of awesome stuff in the bottom of our deck here. 28 cards remaining. I guess we have one Drakuseth at the very, very end. We still have a couple of Routing Registrars in there. I don't think we've hit... Yeah, we haven't hit another Registrar. We have... I just have one Routing Registrar. We have maybe 2 more Embodiment of Agonies. We're getting hit for 6 here. We can kill his Cavalier if he swings in with it. Yikes. I'm probably just going to kill the land if he swings in with it. Oh my god, he had enough for 10 already? Jeez. Yeah. Not much I can do about that. I didn't realize he had enough for 10 already. That was insane. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, well then. We can try it one more time. See how we do. Hopefully it's hope it's a little bit better for us this time around. Let's see. Play first. Okay. We actually have a couple of lands. Hopefully we don't get stuck on them. We've got a way to discard Rakdos. We've got a reanimation spell and a removal spell. Let's keep this. Turn 1. Let's go ahead and just get it out there. Tormenting Voice. Or hopefully we find Tormenting Voice. Glowspore Shaman could be good too if we happen to find one of those. Discovery is also not a bad 2-drop if we happen to get that. We did draw a land, so that's not bad. Go ahead and attack. If this is like mono black aggro, Rakdos could be really good for us. Alright, so it's Rakdos aggro. Getting down Rotting Registrar could be really good. We're gonna bend that or mill it. You know what I mean? Put it to the bottom. I'm gonna attack. Let's cancel. No attacks. We'll block. Yeah, well, let's go and block one. Mill a couple. We could have milled the Rakdos, but it's okay. Hopefully mill something better. Alright, Vilis. Vilis is good for us. Draws us a bunch of cards. Spawn of Mayhem, yep. So, we'll go ahead and get down Rotting Regisaur. Yep. We have a blocker here. He may have a removal spell. You can at least get in for 4 with Spawn of Mayhem down to 9. Yep. Does he have like Bedevil or something? Nope, just gets back Gutter Bones. Sure. And Vicious Conquistador, no problem. We'll get rid of that. Draw into a land. Put it onto the battlefield tapped. Let's go ahead and just swing out. Okay, it's one less block, one less attacker. Blood for Bones. We'll sacrifice that. Alright guys, Rakdos or Vilis? Rakdos is not going to kill the demon, but Vilis will draw us a bunch of cards whenever we lose life. Alright, we'll go Vilis. And we'll, oh, we can get, I guess we get back Rakdos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's just get back Rakdos. Draws a card. That feels pretty good. That doesn't feel good. Oh, we just lose. we just lose. Okay. So this seems like a good matchup for Golden Demise. Seems good, like a good matchup for Ritual of Soot. And even Vraska's Contempt to gain life. Then go down like one Bedevil. Let's see. Maybe cut like Bond. It's a little bit slow. I gotta cut 5 more. Maybe 1 Regisaur. Are the embodiments any good? I don't know if the embodiments are any good. Gotta trim 4. Go 1 Vraska's Contempt, 2 Bedevil, 3 more cards. Maybe like a Citrus Supplier and a Glowspore Shaman. Maybe, yeah, something like that. Like that. Got a bunch of removal, so if it's, this should be a good matchup for us. Should be a really good matchup for us. We will play first. Yeah. This seems like exactly the type of thing we would want to see. I mean, it's, okay, well. Do we trust that we'll find something to discard our Drakuseths, guys? Or should we mulligan this? Because we have 2 Drakuseths, but we do have a Golden Demise that can take care of his early aggro. We do have 1 Scry. I mean, we will have ways to discard this eventually. Tormenting Voice or the Rotting Regisaur. Alright. The creator of the deck says keep, so we will keep. Go ahead and scry. I think we'll put that to the bottom for now. We want to see a little bit more action. Conquistador. Alright, well, another reanimation spell. Yep, hits for 2. Hopefully he just floods his board with creatures. Ah, that sucks. Hey, you know you want to get rid of our Drakuseths for us. Bye-bye, Golden Demise. That's a shame. Oh, I got rid of Bond of... Okay. Sure. Oh, that's why. Bye-bye, Golden Demise. Oh, no! Well, that's not good. All 3 of our Drakuseths in our hand. Yeah, Drillbit is awful. Man, having both Drillbit and Duress in his opening hand, that's pretty rough. Well, Jesus. I mean, there's... Okay, well, at least we have discard, but my god, man. Does he have removal, too? Does he just have, like, the full package? Three discard spells and then removal? Yeah. This should be a good matchup for us. You may also want to consider running Duress in your sideboard, to be honest. I mean, he's gonna have, like, Lightning Strike or something. I just know it. Maybe Shock. You have Shock? Lightning Strike? Yeah. The problem is we just can't let that thing keep getting bigger. I would have liked to have gotten rid of at least one of Drakuseth. Alright, let's see what we can find here. Surveil 2, then draw. Yeah, pitch both of you, please. What do we get? Alright, that's not bad. So you draw another Duress? Yep. Sure. We at least get to kill both of those. We also have Embodiment. Yeah. We should get rid of it now. Oh. Whoops. That was a misplay. I forgot that you can pump that. Man, dude, I'm not playing well tonight. At all. At all. Jesus. Tonight is not a good night for me. I apologize in advance. I mean, let's just go ahead and get down Embodiment. Hopefully we can find some lands. It is a 5/5. This only grows to a 4/4. Or a 4/5. Currently, he can only pump it once. Yep, block. I guess it didn't matter. It also gets Death Touch. Stitcher Supplier. There's all of our lands that we wanted. Jeez, dude. Our opponent just ripping everything he needs off the top. Like, literally everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need Bond of Revival right now. I think we have 2 more left in the deck. Stitcher Supplier. Oh, there went our Bond of Revival, of course. As it should. As it should be. And of Vraska's Contempt. Sweet. We're gonna lose to this Vicious Conquistador. And the Spawn of Mayhem. Man, dude. That did not go well. I did misplay. By casting that Golden Demise when I did. I should have first played out, I think, the Embodiment, and then blocked his big creature first, so that way he could have played out his other Conquistador, and then I wiped the board. I think that would have been the right thing. It's okay, dude. Jeremy's gonna be more upset. We can also just not play ranked and go into just traditional play too. We probably should have been doing that to begin with. All right, well let's take a look at the deck. Now, obviously, I did misplay quite a few times. Apparently, I'm just not playing well tonight. I can see, I can feel Jeremy just like crying inside just a little bit. So here's about the deck. So we have ways to get things to the graveyard. That's great. The problem is that once it's like we have a hard time of like getting lands back from the graveyard to the battlefield. Like we have like Glowspore Shaman, which is fine, but it's slow. It's really slow. The Elder Spell would probably be a good sideboard card to handle some of the Planeswalkers, maybe over Vraska's Contempt. Another thing to maybe consider, you could also go. The problem is it's not Faithless Looting and Exhume. Well, yeah. Sure, of course. I think one of the other things too to maybe consider for this list, we do also have that green elf that allows you to sack, pay 2, sack a land to go find a land to put it onto the battlefield. You may want to consider that card, not so much because like it thins your deck out a little bit, and it doesn't necessarily net you mana, but it can become a 4/4 really quick in this deck because you're milling yourself so much. And it's a 1-mana 4/4 at that point. You may want to consider that. Another thing, at least to get things back from your graveyard at the moment, we do have like the Mending of Dominaria. Yeah, exactly, Royal Cheese. Mending of Dominaria will actually get you back your lands from the graveyard. Plus, it'll get you back your creatures too. So you play it, you can get back your Stitcher Supplier to refill your graveyard even more. It itself fills your graveyard. So I think you mill the top 2 or 3, and then you can get back a creature and put it into your hand. So that would give you an option to keep recurring back your Stitcher Supplier, your Glowspore Shamans, your Rotting Registars. It's at 5 mana, so maybe you cut the Blood for Bones for it, something like that. Another thing to maybe get, or maybe just cut some of your top end stuff, because you're going to be milling so much more that you may be able to find it. The only issue with the mending idea, though, is that it does shuffle your graveyard back into your library. So you'd have to be able to do the reanimation stuff before that happens, but you would also be able to flood your board with a bunch of lands that you otherwise didn't have. So then if you just happen to draw one of your bombs, you can just cast it. So that might be something to consider. Embodiment of Agnes is a good card. It's just, I guess I probably just didn't play it good enough, but I would maybe go like 3 and 3 with the Rotting Registrar personally. That's just me. Registrar's good, but as you saw, there were some times when I just didn't want to play it because I didn't want to discard the things in my hand. So I would maybe go down this, even though it is a 7/6 for 3 mana, which seems pretty good. I would probably rather just have another embodiment, because that's at least a flying death toucher, be able to stave off the board a little bit more. Something like that could be good. So like if we were to go back to this again, like what would I cut in the top end stuff? I'd probably cut like Belzenlok. He's just kind of dangerous. He can kill you. I mean, it is possible he can kill you. I'll probably cut Belzenlok, maybe Vilis, and maybe like one Drakuseth. And just run 4 of your like finishers, and then put Mending in there at like a 3 of, which would then give you an option to be able to hopefully mill into it faster, puts things into your graveyard or back into your library. Eventually, it'll actually give you lands, so that might be something to consider. Another thing too, you may want to consider if you could maybe go faster. So maybe instead of relying on something like Glowspore Shaman to give you lands, maybe you instead do like Llanowar Elves or Incubation Druids or something like that, and use your Mana Dorks to get to your big things faster. That could be another option for you. It gives you a couple of other like low-end creatures to be able to deal with things. As far as like the sideboard goes, Alpine Moon I think is going to be really imperative for that. The Scape Shift or the Field of the Dead decks. I would maybe consider taking out the embodiment of Agonies here and instead running like the Elder Spell. Sorcerer's Spyglass could also be good. Golden Demise was fine. Ritual of Soot is fine. Vraska's Contempt, like, you know, it's kind of like 6 one way, half dozen another. Block of Worm, we never really had an instance that we needed it, but I could see against like Cavalcade or something like that how it could be good. But yeah, those are just some options that you could do. You may want to, like, maybe instead of Vraska's Contempt, you run a couple of Duress or something like that. Deck ideas for returning this is already flowing. We'll repost a new version in a few days. Sweet, man. Sweet. Hopefully my suggestions help. And hopefully they were better than, you know, my terrible misplays that I did. I had quite a few tonight. That's really embarrassing. But that's, yeah, I mean, Tormenting Voice is fine. You know, discards one of your big bombs, draws a couple of ones, draws a couple of cards. Consider Duress in the sideboard. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's a fun deck, and it's like almost there, but just some of it's just not clicking exactly right. Another thing that you can maybe consider is going like Sultai. If you go Sultai, you could also have like Muldrotha. You could have like Mirari's Conjecture to be able to get back your Blood for Bones and your removal spells. You'd have access to counter magic. Since you're running green, you may also want to consider running Veil of Summer. Veil of Summer could be a really good option for you. Draw a card, give everything hexproof. Also consider Faithless Looting and Reanimate and Griselbrand. All 3 of those are great options for the standard list. Although Faithless Looting is now banned in Modern, so that you can't even play it there. Yeah, so that's hopefully I did your deck justice. I mean, obviously I had some misplays.